All right, so today we're diving deep into some pretty powerful lyrics.
Yeah,
I'm really excited about this one.
me too.
We're going to be taking a look at I'll Be Fine by Dizzy Dead.
Oh, yeah, this is a good one.
And specifically, this is from an excerpt of the transcript from the official music video, so we've got like the full scene to paint a picture here.
Oh, wow.
And so it starts with this kind of late night scene, and there's like these leftover balloons, almost like a party that's died down. You know what I mean?
Yeah, like the after party.
Exactly. But the thing is, it feels like the day is over before it's even begun.
Oh, that's interesting.
You know what I mean?
I do.
It's like this weird vibe. So I wanted to ask you, like right off the bat, what kind of impression do you get from those opening lines?
Well, I think it's interesting because it's such a powerful contrast, right? You've
Right.
got these remnants of celebration, like you said, with the balloons, but it's paired with this sense of depletion.
Right.
Like the energy is just totally gone.
Totally.
And it makes you wonder, is the speaker grappling with the fact that, like, good times are fleeting?
Yeah.
Or maybe even like a disillusionment with the whole idea of like, trying to force fun. Almost like they're seeing through the facade of it all.
That's so interesting because you mentioned facades and like the whole, like putting up a front.
Right.
That line that goes, I'm fucked up, but I'll be fine.
Right.
That gets repeated over and over throughout the song.
Yes.
That feels almost like a contradiction, you know?
Absolutely. It's paradoxical.
Yeah.
But you know what? It really speaks to something I think that's very prevalent in our culture today, which is this pressure
Oh, yeah.
to project this image of being fine.
Right.
Even when on the inside, like things are falling apart. Like
Right.
that whole, like, everything is awesome kind of facade. It's almost become a survival mechanism.
Yeah.
I'm sure you felt that pressure at some point.
Oh, absolutely.
To kind of like, mask those inner struggles.
Yeah. And it's so interesting because the lyrics then kind of go on to paint a picture of someone who might be like using external things to kind of cope with all this.
Oh, interesting.
We've got lines like too fired up to answer calls or withdraws. Like they need a line, lose track of time.
Yeah.
This isn't just someone like casually enjoying the party aftermath. You know what I mean?
No, absolutely not. These lines point to something much deeper.
Right.
It's like the speaker is trying to escape, trying to numb the pain
Yeah.
or avoid actually confronting those inner struggles. And, Dizzy as Dead has always explored these darker themes in their music.
Yeah.
And so in the context of their other work, this almost feels like a cry for help
Wow.
disguised as bravado.
Like a wolf in sheep's clothing kind of thing.
Exactly.
There's that line that just like always gets me, and it goes, I help with everybody's problems. I just never help mine.
Oh,
It's
yeah.
like such a confession.
just-
So what do you think that tells us about the speaker's internal world?
Well, I think it really hints at this classic, like, helper syndrome pattern where
Yeah.
you're constantly putting other people's needs before your own.
Mm-hmm.
And this can be so prevalent in creative fields
Right.
where you're kind of expected to always be on.
Yeah.
And it's just not sustainable.
Right.
And I think you can really hear that tension in these lyrics.
Yeah.
It can lead to burnout resentment and ultimately more self-destructive behavior.
And so the song kind of progresses. We get this really stark admission.
Okay.
The lyrics go, I keep on saying that I'll fix it, but I'm lying every time I try to quit. I end up quitting, even trying.
Wow.
So, like, is there any hope offered in those lines? Or is it just kind of a further descent into, like, despair?
It's definitely a brutally honest moment.
Yeah.
And I think that's where the potential for hope lies.
Okay.
Because, recognizing those self-sabotaging patterns, that's like the first step to actually breaking free.
Well,
So, the lyrics aren't offering any easy solutions, but they are highlighting the need for vulnerability and
I
subtlety.
like that.
Yeah.
So we've gone from this, like, fading party scene
Right.
to, like, this really in-depth look at internal struggles and this pressure to appear fine.
Uh-huh.
Which I think is so relatable, especially now with like social media and everything.
Oh, absolutely. Social media just like amplifies all of that.
Right. It's like this whole other layer.
Exactly.
And that's what I think is so brilliant about what Dizzy Dead is doing.
Totally.
They're using their platform to make these hidden struggles visible.
Yeah.
It's a reminder that, beneath all of those like carefully curated online personas,
Right.
there are so many people battling these same demons.
Mm-hmm.
So I guess the big question that this deep dive leaves us with is,
Yeah.
how can we as a society go beyond just accepting find at face value
Right.
and actually like create space for genuine connection and support?
That's the real question, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's not enough to just say, I'm fine and move on.
Exactly. We have to actually like mean it and be there for each other.
I think so.
Yeah,
It's about really seeing each other.
I love that.
Yeah.
All right. Well, on that note, thank you so much for joining me on this deep dive.
Thanks for having me.
It's been a pleasure as always.
Likewise.
And to all of our listeners out there, keep thinking, keep questioning, and keep the conversation going.
Absolutely.
We'll see you next time.
See you later. Bye.